we have today. Then, as we also remember Monsignor Tony Gonzalez at this Mass, we have also San Juan Diego, and let me see what it says here. Where am I? Okay. And they even put his last name, Cuauhtlacoatzin. In 1531, Our Lady appeared 4 times to a native convert, Juan Diego Cuauhtlacoatzin, meaning the talking eagle, at Tepeyac, near Mexico City. A member of the Chichimeca people, he was perhaps a leader of his own people and may have been involved in the area's textile industry. Known for his holiness, he devoted himself, tradition says, to the pilgrims who came to see the miraculous image of Mary imprinted on his cloak. Pope John Paul II canonized him on July 31st, 2002. And then it's also connected with Our Lady of Guadalupe, and there has also more in here. So we have quite a bit of that. Today is the very first day of the apparition. So it was a Saturday morning, the 9th. And then that's when he was going already from Cuautitlan to Tlatelolco. In other words, going for catechism, for instruction from the priests, the Franciscans, and then also he was first he went to Mass, and then the catechism and all that, and that's when he got intercepted by Our Lady. And the very first thing that he hears is beautiful sounds, beautiful music, and that got his curiosity. Even he pinches himself. Is this for real? Am I in paradise? And so and then continues with the whole narration of the apparitions of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Here we have a lot here on San Juan Diego. He was born in 1474. He was baptized in 1524. So he was not just, there was already 50 years when he was baptized, 50 years old. And then Our Lady appears then 7 years later, so that means he's 57 years old when so he's not a child. He's already a grown man and already a widow. And then he happens to be in a time where he really represents the Aztec people, because he was born in the time of the great kings, Moctezuma I and Moctezuma II. So he was at the highest level of their development, where he's developed, and he truly represents his people. So there's so much to be learned, so much about him that it's incredible. What else we would say? The virtues of Juan Diego. Let me see where they put him over here. He was one of the few to receive the sacrament of marriage, because at that time they had only 3, 4, 7 marriages in the whole evangelization process. So it was not taking hold of it anyway. Then the ones that were it's confession and baptism were really powerful at that time for the conversion of the natives. So we'll continue with the Mass, remembering San Juan Diego and that day which our Holy Father canonized him. And you can see I brought that from Mexico, Unidos por la Fe, canonización de Juan Diego Cuauhtlacoatzin, as you can see it over there. And you can see the Holy Father talking to Juan Diego, and in the background you see Our Lady of Guadalupe. But he was so devoted, our Holy Father John Paul II, so devoted to Our Lady of Guadalupe, that he considers his thrust of his episcopacy was precisely because of Our Lady of Guadalupe. And that's how he began to understand his calling to visit so many nations throughout the world and do his work as Pope. And then of course had the privilege of going and doing the canonization right there. I was privileged enough to be on the day there. I have the mitre that they gave us, and it has the date itself in there of San Juan Diego. So it was a truly memorable day. And his doctors told him, don't go, you're too weak, the height is too high and all that, it's hard for breathing and all that. He braved everything. He says, I'm going. And that was also his last goodbye to Our Lady of Guadalupe. Let us then continue with that he may intercede for us, that San Juan Diego, and then it will be a great motivation for and prayer for the natives people who are still struggling, not so much with their identity, but struggling in their livelihood, in being understood, and to really have a sense of freedom. So let us then continue.